Today, I'm going to be reacting to some of the most viral things both men and women say on TikTok. Now, some of this stuff, it's going to surprise you. But at the end, each of them, I'm going to show you signs so you know if you're dealing with an evil woman or a good woman. Because I need my bros to be able to tell the difference. Start with number one. She only wants high-end experiences.
At least like, nice 5-star type of restaurant and then...
Never take a girl on a 5-star restaurant on your first date, and I'm gonna tell you why in a minute.
You expect a man to spend $800 on a first date?
Yeah.
Who's this poor dude that did that, bro?
Has it happened before?
Yeah.
Of course somebody did that, because there's a bunch of simps out there, but you never want to be the dude that takes a girl out for an $800 dinner on a first date, especially if that's what she requires. That's a major red flag. I always recommend you have your first date at a coffee shop, because that way you have the leverage and it can go two ways. If the date you're having with the girl goes well, you can keep it going and immediately just go for a walk with your coffee and elongate the date. But if you notice that it's going bad, there's no connection, there's no chemistry, it's so simple for you just to end the date right then without creating any awkwardness or having a high bill. And just like that, I just showed you the first sign that you might be dealing with an evil girl. Now, there's 6 more we gotta go through. 2, she has a boy best friend.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have a boy best friend?
Yeah.
Is your boyfriend okay with that?
Yeah.
If you was to call your boyfriend,
And now it crashed. I can already tell just by how this video is going, it's not gonna end well. Now, I will say that just because a girl has a guy best friend, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. And it's a flag you should be worried about. I'll explain it a bit.
call your boy best friend and tell him you broke up. Would you try to sleep with you?
No.
Sure?
Yeah, 100%.
You want to try? For the video?
That's the first question I would ask. That was
You
perfect.
nervous?
You want to meet up later?
I'm not liking this girl's response, bro. And there you go.
Are you going to meet up with him?
Probably, yeah.
You have a boyfriend?
And there you go. That hurts me, bro. A brother out there is getting played. Typically, it's the guy best friend that's obsessed with the girl, and he's just sitting around waiting for his opportunity, like you saw in this video. But in this video, it's even worse. The girl in the video also has interest, and that is a major red flag you have to worry about. Now, a loyal and a good woman, she'll never act like this, nor will she be in a relationship that she knows makes you uncomfortable, especially if she knows that the other person is interested in it. Sign 3, she lacks faith and trust in you.
Girl,
It wasn't a date.
she literally told me that you took her out to eat.
No.
Yeah, and you guys hooked up. You can't
That's a
sit here and
tough one.
deny that.
I am denying because it's not true.
I
Okay.
feel like I'm in a Jerry Springer talk show right now.
So are you saying she's lying?
I'm saying she's lying.
Let's find out
Oof.
from her.
Okay.
All right.
Damn, when a guy's calling out to call her out like that, I kind of trust the dude. But you gotta notice what she's doing. She is prioritizing another woman's story over her own man's, meaning she's in the second stage of distrust already with him. When a woman doesn't trust you, she's gonna go through 3 stages. The first stage is disinterest. If she's acting disinterested towards you, especially in the early stages, this doesn't mean she doesn't like you. This just means she's just trying to figure you out, seeing if you're worth the time to invest into a relationship. The second stage is skepticism. This is when she thinks something's up, right? She keeps asking you questions. She's asking you for the password on your phone, for you to always be sharing your location. This level of distrust should be a concerning flag to you. And the third stage is avoidance. She's not gonna say it outright, but her body language will show it. You'll notice that she's gonna be super engaged with her friends and other people, but the moment you start talking to her, her energy will just drop. It's almost like she completely fades when she talks to you. At this point, she doesn't trust you at all. Look, communication is hard in any relationship, but it's even worse when the other person is not listening. This is why it's so important you can have somebody to go to that actually listens to you so you can get an outside perspective. Whether that's a family member, a buddy, a cousin, your brother, it doesn't really matter who it is. It's just somebody that you can trust and you trust their opinion. And look, if you don't trust anybody or you don't want nobody to know your personal things, I recommend check out our sponsor, BetterHelp. They're going to match you with one of their 34,000 licensed therapists. You're gonna have somebody to talk to that's gonna provide you high quality advice, and it's somebody you can trust and can confide in, and you also don't have to see them day to day like a family member. Number 4, signs of cheating.
I cheat all the time.
Are you a cheater?
Yeah, repetitively.
That's crazy.
This is the thing. They'll never find out that they're being cheated on. I'll just break up with them.
Damn. The fact that she's proud of that, you gotta understand that when a woman cheats, there are certain signs that you can look for in both her appearance and her behavior that kind of let you know, like, yo, you're dealing with an evil person right now. The first sign is that you catch her smiling and laughing by herself. Look, they primarily cheat on an emotional basis, which means When somebody new comes into her life, starts to give her attention, she starts getting that sexual arousal and excitement, you're gonna catch her smiling and giggling all the time by herself with no context. It's almost like she's a different person than the one you've been dating. The second sign is that you'll notice she starts taking more and more care of herself, more than usual. You see, looking beautiful is a very big part of feeling hot, and this goes hand in hand with sexual activity. And the third sign is she stops texting you when she's out. Look, she doesn't have to be texting you all day long, but if you notice she stops texting you when she's out or when she's out with friends, that's a big red flag, because most people, they have their phones with them 24/7. So if she's not texting you back, because you're not a priority anymore. Look, picking up signs like this can be tough, especially when you're in love, because it's almost like you're blind and you don't see that. When you're in this situation, the best thing to do is get advice from someone that isn't blinded by the situation emotionally, especially if it's a professional, like the advisors from BetterHelp. They can connect it to a therapist that'll hear you out, point you in the right direction. And the best part is you can communicate them however you feel comfortable, whether that's messaging, through a video call, or through a phone call. And if you don't relate with the person that well, they can easily swap out therapists until you find somebody that you're truly comfortable to talk to. Look, everyone's situation is different. I just want to make sure you're looking out for yourself and you're taking care of yourself. And if you need somebody to talk to, BetterHelp is the best solution. It's going to be linked down below, or you can go to betterhelp.com/mensfashion and get 10% off your first month of therapy. Number 5, the conversation doesn't matter.
I do not accept a coffee or a walk.
Okay, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Your boy always recommends coffee shop dates. See where she goes.
We are doing dinner. You're gonna
Okay.
pick me up. We're gonna come to the restaurant. We're gonna see table manners. We're just gonna, study you a bit.
She's not wrong. You see, this is a great point. Most guys think that a date is all about the conversation and making her laugh. But in reality, most of the times, girls are looking at how you act. So here are 3 simple etiquette rules you should follow every time you're on a date. First, never pick up a fork or a knife that you dropped. Instead, call over the waiter, let them know you've dropped it, and ask for a new one. The reason for this is that if you pick it up and put it back on the table, it's not only rude, it's kind of disgusting. Second, you should always compliment your waiter. See, everyone tells you, don't be rude to service staff or don't be rude to waiters, but that's obvious. Complimenting goes that extra step, and it's a great way to show your appreciation. You can do this when they bring you your food or on your way out when they're done serving you. And third, never let the bill come to the table. Instead, I want you to excuse yourself to go to the bathroom, and on your way, discreetly grab the waiter and pay for everything before you make it back from the restroom. This is going to remove any potential stress or awkwardness, make your date feel at ease, and you just look like the man, bro. At this point, I've already showed you 5 signs that you need to know that you're dealing with an evil person. These last 2 I have left are truly important, and it's going to prevent you from ever getting played. Number 6, she doesn't really like you.
Number 1, a girl will drop a hint in hopes that
That is true, which is why most guys don't understand women.
But a woman will tell you straight up the fact of what she wants and expects for you to handle it on your own.
That sounds arrogant, like somebody I don't want to date. Now here's the problem with relationships. One thing no one talks about is that a lot of women will do things that seem as if they like you, but in reality, they don't. An example of this would be, a girl might ask you to hang out with you, but it's only with group activities, with other friends. If she never wants to hang out just one-on-one, it's probably a sign that she likes you as a person, but she doesn't like you as a potential partner. Another great example is when girls only send photos of their face to you on Snapchat. You might think she's into you, but when a girl really likes you, she starts sending more full body pictures instead of just pictures of her face. Like you'll see pictures of her sitting down, pictures of her with her friends, or pictures of her out on her walks or doing her errands. She basically wants to show more of herself to you if she truly likes you. 7, signs of being toxic.
5 signs you're in a toxic relationship.
All right, let's see if I agree with this.
Feels like there's constant criticism.
I 100% agree with this. A good woman will acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses and celebrate them for you. My wife used to always do this dating and still does to this day. Best decision of my life was marrying her.
2, there's an imbalance of power and you feel like you're being controlled.
I see where she's going with this. See, as a man, your woman should always respect you. You as a man should always also respect her and see what her needs and her wants are and make sure you take care of them.
You're not your best self around them and you don't like the person.
100%. This is so true. I can't tell you how many times a guy will get with the girl of their dreams, and then they drop the ball. They stop all self-improvement. They stop trying to get better or looking better. This one might be on us, boys.
Self-esteem goes down and you're constantly questioning everything about
100% non-debatable. The girl you're with should be building up your self-esteem. If your self-esteem is trash, This is an evil person.
You keep waiting and waiting for things to get better.
Cut it right there. Absolutely. Never wait for things to get better. If things are already bad, this is an evil person and they'll always be this way. Do not wait for things to get better and get out. Look, these 7 signs are blatant signs that you're dealing with someone that's evil, and it's something you need to be able to recognize early so you save yourself a world of heartache, bro.